Hi folks, Dan Dale here, Total Sales Solutions in Jackson, Mississippi, where we sell diesel trucks of all shape, form, and description. You're usually used to probably seeing my dad if you watch many of our videos, but he has gone to a gun show, so I need to get this truck listed. Today we have a pretty cool truck. It's a 2006 Ford F350 Lariat with the Southern Comfort package on it. It only has 164,000 miles, Power Stroke diesel engine. I'm going to take you on a test drive in a minute, but first I'm going to give you a little quick walk around and show you everything on the outside. First of all, you can see the grill is nice. Got a little bubble spot right there, not a big deal. It's not peeling. Got the billet inserts on the grill, got the bug guard. The body on this truck is super straight. I do not see any dings or dents or problem areas with any of that. There are like a few rock pecks, not many. You'd have to look pretty hard. You'd have to be pretty nitpicky to find much not to like about this truck. Got a good set of Firestone tires, alloy wheels. You can see the Southern Comfort package, custom stripes, custom paint, keypad entry, mirrors, power windows, power locks, power pedals, automatic headlights, steering wheel controls. You can see how nice the seats are. They are power seats. You can look under the mat. Carpet's clean. Headliner is nice. Armrest, everything is just nice on this truck. This truck has been taken care of. You can look in the door jambs, they're not full of dirt and dust. Look in the door pockets, they're not full of crud. This hasn't been on a farm. This hasn't been somebody's work truck going to a construction site or something. You can see it has sliding rear window, privacy glass, flip down armrest. Now under here, they'll be in the pictures, but I can't open them with just one hand. Some flip out, some flat trays if you want to haul something. Got a nice toolbox that's clean on the inside. Let's see if I can open it. See, it's clean. Does have a turnover ball, and whether you need one or not, it does add value to the truck down the road. Great set of Firestone tires. Tailgate is in good shape, not scraped or beat or bent up. Same for the bumper. Got a big receiver hitch. The spare tire is under it. MagnaFlow on the exhaust. Look under here, you can see how clean it is. Now my guys have done their usual bad job of actual cleaning, but this is a super nice truck. You can look at the bed line. Nobody's rammed their four-wheeler into it or anything. Back here I can flip this one up by myself. You can see the full flat tray, lots of room. Look in the cab corners and stuff, bottoms of the doors, zero rust. Power seats on both sides. They go up and down and back and forth. Ice cold air. Still got the little airbag warning in it. This is not a truck. You can tell when a truck's been worked hard and not maintained, not taken care of, and this is not one of those trucks. This truck is super clean, super nice, unlike this neighborhood I'm doing this video in. But I digress. 2006 Ford F350 Lariat. If you have any questions about the truck, call me. Want to make an offer, want to talk price, want to talk about the engine, just call me, 601-376-9869. Now I'm going to show you under the hood and we'll take you on a test drive. Okay, now we're under the hood. I'm just going to show you a few things under here. First of all, we don't clean under hoods. This is just how this truck came in. So you can see, not covered in oil or mud or funk or anything like that. It's super clean under the hood. You can see though, it does have a new alternator or new-ish, so one less thing to worry about. The radiator looks to have been replaced. Can't guarantee it, but it looks to have been replaced. And they actually used a full width core. A lot of times people slap these $99 eBay radiators and they look this wide, but the core only goes to here, so you're not really getting much cooling, which you'll find out as soon as you start towing. But this one has a full width radiator. See how clean everything is? We can't clean them up this nice. This truck has obviously been well taken care of, because if it's been in the mud and the dirt and stuff, all this gets a brown patina you can't clean off. But the main thing I'm going to show you is you can see a tiny wisp of smoke. Smoke's not a big deal as long as it's not puffing. The main thing is, you see I set the cap down, doesn't blow off. That means there's no blow-by. Blow-by is engine compression getting past the piston rings and into the crankcase. It's not necessarily the sign of a bad engine, but it's a sign of wear that's not present on this truck. Now we'll hop in, take you for a spin. Okay, now we're in the truck. Before we get going, show you a couple things. First, auto dimming rearview mirror. It's got the big overhead console. Got a free CD. Got your sunglasses holder. Does have tow command. Automatic climate control. AM/FM stereo. Extra power outlets. You can look on the dash. It's got the compass heading. It's got your distance to empty. It'll tell you your average fuel economy. All that kind of good stuff. Over here, automatic headlights, fog lights, power mirrors. They are heated. They're manually extendable. You can pull them out when you're towing. But you can see them go up, down, left, right, all that good stuff. You got your steering wheel controls for the radio, the fan, the climate, cruise control. Now you'll have to excuse my shaky camera work, because I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on some of the worst roads in the city of Jackson. So even though the video may come out a little shaky, rest assured the truck itself has a great ride and drive. One thing you can take away from all these potholes and everything I'll be running over is that this truck is tight. There's not a bunch of squeaks or rattles. You don't hear a bunch of thunks and clunks from the front end. All that's good on it. Doesn't pull to the left or right. Doesn't pull or vibrate when you hit the brakes. The only thing I really nitpick is, you can see on the bottom of the windshield it's got a crack, but it doesn't even come above the hood line. So instead of having to charge a little extra, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to leave it alone. But if it does bother you, if you're worried about it, for an extra $150, we can have a new windshield put in it. So just something to keep in mind. You may not care, or you might. I mean, no big deal either way. But beyond that, not really much to nitpick on this truck. It fires right up. It runs perfect, hot or cold. And if you buy from us or whomever, you always want to hear a Power Stroke run cold, because if it's got injector issues or FICM issues, it may run perfect hot, but it'll run like a three-legged dog cold. But this one runs great, hot or cold, so you don't have to worry about that. You know, 6.0s have a bad reputation, but it's really, the engines aren't bad. There's a couple things that contribute to that. First of all, people went from 7.3s that they didn't hardly do any maintenance on to 6.0s that you have to keep the maintenance up. You got to change the oil every 5,000 miles. You got to change the fuel filters every other oil change. And you got to use Motorcraft filters, because Motorcraft will not release the patent on their filter design. So even the best aftermarket filters aren't really filtering. So that was part of the problem. The other problem was the EGR cooler. EGR cooler, just some emissions crap. You can take it off, no problem. But what happens, as long as you're keeping an eye on it, your coolant levels and everything else, you're fine. But they'll start to leak, and they'll let water into the engine. It'll slowly get worse and worse until it gets to a point where the engine can't pass it. And since water doesn't compress, it stretches the head bolts, blows the head gasket. And then people say, oh, 6.0s are junk. Well, no. You delete the EGR cooler, and that's the end of your problem. You don't have to worry about it. So just delete it. be done with it, and that removes the weak spot from the 6-liter engine. Keep it serviced, and you know, these things can run 1,000,000 miles. The only other thing you have to keep in mind, you can run a tuner on it. You can go up to 50, 75 horse. Don't go over that. If you run over 100 horse tune, what happens is you get cylinder pressures too high, and of course that stretches the stock head bolts, you blow a head gasket, and then you cry about 6.0s. Well, no, you were dumb if you put a big tune on a 6.0 that wasn't studied. So as long as you don't put a big tune on it, and you either keep an eye on your EGR cooler or just delete it, then you don't have to worry about those things. Now, this truck is stock. It has not been deleted. But we've checked it. You know, it doesn't seem to be using any coolant or anything. Now, I highly recommend you delete it, especially if you're in a state with no emissions testing. Or what you can also do is, instead of removing the EGR cooler, you can take it off and weld the ends up and put it back on. That way it looks like it's there, even though it's really not. So if you're interested in that, call me. There's some options. We can discuss them. I'm not going to discuss them on this video, so just call me, 601-376-9869, and we can take care of that. But right now, we're going down the road. I just turned the cruise on, the little green light. Cruise works. Just turned it off. I mean, we're doing 70 with no problem. The truck has a great ride and drive. If you want to fly in, drive it home, you can. If you want to do that, we can pick you up at Jackson International Airport during our regular business hours. No extra charge. We'll bring you back here, and we'll do the paperwork and feedback and everything, and let you hit the road. Make it a real smooth, simple transaction. We've done it thousands of times. I wouldn't hesitate to get in this truck and drive it anywhere. It's obviously been well maintained, well taken care of. You can just tell from the condition. I mean, it's not ragged out or raggedy or anything. Now, if you're like a lot of our customers, you're from the Midwest or the Northeast, you may not have time to spend several days flying or driving down and then driving home. So if that's the case with you, don't let the idea of having to ship this truck scare you off from being interested in it. Or if you get online and look up some price quotes, don't let those prices scare you off, because depending on how much of a hurry you're in, we can save you as much as half off. And the reason for that is, most of these guys you find online are not actually shippers. They don't have a fleet of trucks out on the road. They're just brokers. And they'll charge you hundreds of dollars up front, and they'll call it a deposit, but all it really is their broker's fee for arranging the transportation. And what they do is they get on this website called Central Dispatch and find somebody to haul it. Central's not open to the public. We spend about $2,000 a year to be members of Central Dispatch. So basically, we can offer our customers wholesale rates on shipping. It's a free service. We don't charge a markup. You don't have to send us a deposit for the shipping costs. We just do it. Now, if you're not a customer, we'll do it for $50. But we'd rather you be our customer, we'll do it for free. But either way, you get the wholesale price on shippings. And if you're interested, shoot me a text or an email with your zip code to 601-376-9869, and I'll get you a good ballpark figure on shipping. And if you're anywhere near Dallas or Houston or Atlanta or pretty much anywhere in the state of Florida, then I can get you a real good deal on shipping. So if you're interested, like I said, shoot me a text or an email, and I'll get you a good ballpark figure on that. Basically, the way it works is, if you buy the truck and want it shipped, you can either wire the money from your bank to ours, or you can FedEx us a cashier's check. Those are the only two forms of payment if we're shipping. And once we get your money, we'll send you the title and the paperwork, and we'll immediately post it for shipment. And after that, it's out of our hands. We'll just wait to hear from somebody that can haul it. Usually it takes a few days. If you're off the beaten path, could take a little longer. If you're willing to pay extra, you know, that speeds up the process. Or if you're not in a hurry, we can offer it up for less and try and save you some money. Lots of different options. Just call me about those. But basically, when the truck arrives, you just hand the driver cash for the shipping, and that's it. Real smooth, simple transaction. We've done it like hundreds and hundreds of times. So if you're interested, like I said, shoot me a text. If you have any questions about the truck, though, call me. You want to know about 6.0s, want to know about deletes, want to know what it takes to buy it, any of that, give me a call, 601-376-9869. Now, before I go, one thing I want to show you is the dash, because I like to show the dash after I've been driving a while so you can see there's no warning lights on, service lights, airbag, ABS, engine, brakes, none of that is lit. I like to show it after we've been driving because, you know, it's easy to hook your scan tool up, kill a light, take a picture, and say, oh, look, no lights are lit. But as soon as you start driving, if there's a problem and you haven't fixed it, then that light is going to come right back on. So we like to show the dash after we've been driving a while so you can see for yourself, really are no lights lit. And you can see going down the road, everything reads where it should, 410, limited slip, rear end. So perfect setup for towing, and it's not the 430 gear, which basically maxes you out at 70 or 75. It's a good compromise for towing and being able to run on the highway. So it's the one we like to see in a dually. So anyway, if you have any other questions, give me a call, 601-376-9869. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have, talk about pricing, talk about deleting, talk about 6.0s, pretty much anything. If I don't answer, hang up and shoot me a text. And if it's late, if it's after 10 o'clock, just text me. So anyway, we appreciate you watching the video and listening to everything I've had to say about the truck. Look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.